Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your man JW here, and we're back with another YouTube video, and this time we're going to do a review on When They See Us. Stay tuned. So last night I actually watched the four episodes of When They See Us, and honestly I could say, first things first, shouts out to Ava DuVernay who did that. Okay, I want to let you know that it is, God, I felt so many emotions all at once. So I'm not going to do any spoilers for you, but this is about the Central Park 5 that happened in April 19th, 1989, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. And it's centered around these 5 black boys who were once 15, 14 years old, and they were accused of raping a woman. And this story just unpacks a bottle of emotions that anybody could feel. Like, I felt as if I was in their shoes. And how come this impacts me so much with just watching this film? For one, I do filmmaking, and I see there's a lot of underrepresented stories, and this story was a phenomenal story. So shouts out to those 5 guys: Kevin Wise, Yusuf, I forgot his last name, who was the other 2? Well, either way, shouts out to them. And it was, man, it was just like so many emotions that I felt from this story, because honestly, like, the biggest thing I took away from it is this is how the world views us, people of color, black boys in particular. And I'm over here thinking, like, how come these young kids rape this older woman, like, who was well in her, well, not well, she was probably like 20 or early 20s in her time. I personally was just so disgusted by how these boys were treated. And the biggest thing is they were robbed of a life. They didn't get to go to prom, they didn't get to graduate high school properly, they didn't get to shoot hoops, they didn't get to experiment, they didn't get to fully live out their relationships. You know, they didn't get to grow up with their parents like that, you know, and their parents had to look at them behind a prison door. And that's, you know what I'm saying, that was just so sad. And I honestly was so heartbroken. I honestly, to be honest, like, I don't curse at them, but dude, I yelled at the TV and they made me say a word. And you know, okay, I just want to backtrack, and I just want to say Kevin Wise is the toughest of them all. This kid was sent up to an adult prison at 15 years old. You know, how can a 15-year-old deal with that, you know? And just seeing that this kid has a story to tell, I mean, my God. Honestly, I don't even see how he made it, you know? And just looking at it as a black individual, as a black young man, what if I was in their shoes? You know, what if I was walking down the street one day and there was a murder case or something that happened, and I just so happened to be around the area at that same time, but they say I did it because of how I look, you know? And it was crazy. I mean, and I know this has all been happening over time, and you know, this is nothing new, and racism is nothing new, but it's really sad how they view us. Black men, I just want y'all to listen. Y'all are amazing, y'all are beautiful, you know, and I don't mean that in the weirdest of ways. I mean, you guys are phenomenal. You can do anything. You're smart, very well educated. You are kings. God created you, and I tell that to myself, and I mean, just it was a list of emotions. I like I cried. Like, I mean, I cried. I don't cry a lot, but I don't mind. I could shed some thug tears every now and again. But this story really opened my eyes to see how unfair our court systems are, how unfair people are, and just how we are viewed. Animals, savages, inhumane. I mean, gosh, I'm not gonna keep y'all long, but just a couple takeaways I took from this film, this short series, is that one, we gotta protect our community. And we gotta love our community. We gotta talk to each other with the right sense. Like, if you think about it, a lot of people are against us. And that's so sad. And honestly, I have no hatred towards anybody that doesn't like me because of the color of my skin. And I may get a few hate comments. I may say, please get over it. It is what it is. But I will make sure that I will show love to my community. And to treat our young generation of black young men and women, I'm going to include them too, and tell them that they are not savages, that they can do what they want. They can live a life full of success, and nobody has to tell them to go to work or to go to sleep, or they don't have to be in a penitentiary. I mean, we gotta love hard. And my second thing to take away is that it could have been anybody. Out of those 30 kids, those 5 were picked. Well, technically one didn't have anything to do with it, but if you haven't seen it, you just gotta watch it. But it could be, and I'm not just talking about those particular young men, but like literally you and me, people of color. I'm talking to the black men or black woman or whoever's watching. I'm not just excluding every, I'm just talking in particular to my people, is that we can literally walk outside and be on trial the next minute. We could easily be profiled as rapists, as murderers, as what do they call it? Not pedophile. No, not that. Perpetrators. Just from walking down the street, or just being at the wrong place at the wrong time. And we need to make sure, like, we protect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we need to be there for each other when we're down. It was just very sad. Just to see those boys go through that alone, like, they were scared. And they were just chilling, hanging around in the park, just with their friends, didn't know each other, and then bam. And my third takeaway from this film is that we're precious, and that people hate us out of fear, because I've heard this so many times that we have an advantage physically, educationally, and it's crazy because I look around and ain't nobody really giving us anything for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, guys. It's just a lot to think about, And I'm just being honest and being open and real. we are precious, and we can't do anything. And even when people or things are against us, we can prevail. We can hold the triumph. And because of God sending Jesus to us, that we can know what love is even when people don't love us. We can love those who hate us. And we can rise above the ignorance because they are in fear. And yes, to everybody who's watching, people of color are beautiful. I just really wanted to give my review on this particular series. If you watched it, please comment below what you feel about it. Tell me what moved you. Tell me what are your thoughts. I would love to know, and I would love to converse with you about these thoughts. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's get this video to 10 likes. That's all I ask, is 10 likes, and we'll go from there. And you know what? I'm done with this video. Y'all be safe. Black men, be safe. Black people, be safe. All people, be safe. Love one another, because God loves us regardless of what we may look like or what we may do. So I'm done. I'll holla.